Alright guys, I just bought a case on Etsy for my Heltec V3 Meshtastic little node thing. And here's the case. It's from LayerFABUK, and I believe it's in the UK. So it comes with the case. The cover does not come with the pigtail for the antenna. I got that on Amazon. I also got the battery from Amazon. I'm going to be integrating the GPS module, again from Amazon. I'll put all the links in the description. The cool thing with this one is it's got a rotary knob where you can have pre-made messages sent, and literally you scroll down the menu, and when you're ready to send it, you just hit the button. So I'm going to be integrating that, and also a where is it? A transistor for the GPS to save on the battery. And it did not come with any instructions, but I had them printed here with all the correspondence, what pins and what wires from the rotary knob, and it tells you the instructions in the Meshtastic how to set it up. And then this is what it looks like when it's all done, said, and put together. So this is what I will be working on in the next couple of hours. All right, I'm gonna tin up the board. I've used this GPS module before, so I had to remove all the pins out of it, but I'm going to put it back into good use. There we go. So this is the VCC. All right, now put this one down in here. I am not the greatest when it comes to soldering, so please, no criticism. And then let's see, we're gonna need two more cables. So let me trim these, and we'll just use them again. Let's tin the other two here. I know I'm using the same colors, but whatever. That's all I got, so that's all I'm gonna use. All right, that's all done. All right, so the VC, if you look at it, the VCC is going to go to, this red cable is going to go to one leg of the transistor, and then the ground goes to ground on the Heltec. The receive goes to pin 13. If you're counting this way, I don't know what the GPO is. It looks like my printer's not that great, so the receive looks like it's GPO. I can't read that, but it's the it's pin 13 if you count up this way, and it's pin 14 for the transmit that goes this way. So once it's in the board, once the board's in the case, I will be soldering everything to here. So the next step is to wire up this guy right here. So stand by. All right, put some flux on here, clean this up. Flux on these pins. Good enough. All right, so this bottom pin right here is going to ground. So I'm gonna cut the cable right about here. Make a little patch cable. So I just soldered the ground together, because in the instructions it says it, but I forgot there's another cable that goes from, or another wire that goes from here to the board, so somehow I'm gonna have to jerry rig that, but I'm gonna pre-tin these wires and get them ready for the next step. All right, let's tin this one, connect it to the board. That one's good. Let's pre-tin this one. We'll run this one. There. And then one more. All right, tin this one. All right. Let's see. How are we gonna do this without messing up here? There we go. All right. So now I got the rotary knob soldered up and ready. Oh, actually, I gotta put the ground on. 1 second. All right, so this is gonna be the tricky one because I got both here, and I should have wrapped them together. I knew that was gonna happen. All right, 1 second here. 1 second. Okay, it's not beautiful, but it's all soldered up. All right, once everything is wired up, next step is to put in its housing. So hopefully this goes in smoothly. And there's a screw that comes with it, or I'm just going to loosely put this in for now. All right, so it's going to go in like that. Next step is the battery. I don't think this end is going to fit, so I'm going to have to cut the wire, make sure I don't short it out, and put it on the Heltec end. I don't know if I can pull the pins out, or I'm just going to cut it, solder it, and heat shrink something, heat shrink tubing on it. So that'll be the next step. So let's stick this under here. Like that. All right, so the next thing to do is grab the board and the GPS. Where is it? It's right here. The GPS goes in here. And does it pop in? I can't tell. Can't tell if it pops in or not. Let's see. Put on my work glasses. I think it's just going to snap in. There it goes. So you got to push it in hard, but it does snap in. So that goes in there. And then I'll take out the power here. Disconnect that. Might as well peel the screen sticker off. Just 1 second. You know what? I decided not to. All right, so we'll stick this in. And it'll probably snap in as well. Yep, it snaps in, and there's the USB-C. The board's well done. It's nice. Okay, so there's no instruction by looking at the picture. He probably uses like two-sided tape, and he mounts it on top of here. So I have some two-sided tape that I'll use in the final installation, but that's where it's going to go. All right, the next we're going to solder the GPS back in. That soldering hot. Tinned up. All right, let's move this camera. It's getting in my way here. 1 second. There we go. We'll put it like this. There. All right. One. Solder on here. All right, so this one we're going to need 10, 39, 38, 39, 40. All right. And then the blue wire that I soldered to pin A is going to go to 39. The press button, which is yellow, is going to go to 38. And the B button, which is white, is going to go to 40. So let me get these wires ready. All right, so the blue one is going to go to 39. So how am I going to, it's going to be tricky. One's going to go to 40. The white one's going to go to 40. The yellow one's going to 38. There we go, that's easier. And the ground is going to the ground on the other side, which is all the way down here. Okay, so let's tin that up. Run that ground cable. Just a second. I don't want it to short on anything. Okay. So that gets all that going. So the only thing left to wire in is there's nothing shorted out in there. All right, I took the rotary knob off because I didn't do that good of a solder job, and the last thing I want is jam everything in and find out it's not working. So I just resoldered all the pieces. Now the next step is this transistor, and I don't know where to stick it without it shorting out. And I'm going to stick the board down to the Heltec right now with this two-sided sticky tape. Just get a little bit, don't need a lot. Come on. Jeez, I'm having a hard time today. There we go. And we'll stick this down like here. Come to find out, there we go. Nope. We're gonna need two of them because these are too thin. All right, so now I'm gonna put the ground. This. Put the ground over here. Cut this end off. I don't want it to short. Okay, and then I tin the red that's going to the transistor. And again, I don't know where this transistor is going to end up going. Let's pre-tin these. Okay. All right, let's figure out how we're going to do this. Okay, so I soldered the transistor. Forgot to record this. And I put some heat shrink on it so it doesn't short out anywhere. So I just got to put the positive on pin number 2 down here by the ground. And then the middle one goes to GPO 46, which is pin 5 from the bottom up. So I'm just going to quickly solder this. And pin 5, GPO 46. Now, is this thing in the way? I don't know. No, it's right there. Lucky, right here. Pin 46. Get in there. All right. I'm gonna have to clean up all this wire, man. Hopefully I don't break anything. Bending it all back into the case. Okay. That's technically it, except for the battery. I'm going to quickly splice that. And be careful not to short it. So the best way of doing that is don't cut them right beside each other. Cut one high, cut one low. Cut one high, and cut one low. And then when you take the Heltec one, you're going to cut the black one long and the red one short. And then shrimp. Use a shrink tube. So make sure that there's no short, because you don't want to you don't want to short the lithium. So we're going to use this. So stand by while I solder that wire together. All right, now the hard part is putting it all together. And I had to take the board apart because the Heltec antenna is under here. So I had to pop it out to put the antenna in. Just trying to make sure all this is working. I got the battery in here. Oh, casualty. Already got the ground loose. All right, let me fix that. All right, so now that I've got my little adapter or my case built, now we have to create the CAN messaging or set up the CAN messaging. So if we go into radio configuration, under CAN messages, you'll see that you have to enable the CAN messaging, and I enabled the rotary encoder, and these are the pins that you need to set up. I am on an Android device, so if you're on an iOS, I don't know what it might look a little bit different. So the A port is 39 on the GPO pin, the B port is 40, and the press port is 38. Generate input event on press is selected. Generate input event on counterclockwise or clockwise is down, counterclockwise is up. So this is where I was getting confused. Under messaging, if you want to add multiple messages, you have to put that line. I don't know what that symbol is or whatever you call it, but if you on the Android phone, if I hit more symbols, and if I click on the equal slash greater than symbol, you'll see that line up in the top row, third from the top left, that line that goes up and down. You can put that in, so I'm going to click on it, and I'm going to put got it, and I'm going to type in hello, goodbye. I'll put in goodbye. Good, that's fine. And then I'll send it. And right now, it just updated my Heltec. And that's it. It's pretty simple. So that's all you gotta do. And yeah, that's it.